the meeting of Tilhelia. Sir, I have to ask, why are you attacking the red team? We could just leave them alone. Maybe they'll leave us alone too. I mean, do you think they care really that much about religion? Oh, Ravik, you simple dumb boy. You don't understand why we're doing this, do you? See, if we leave the red team alone, I know, mainly me, not anyone else, I know, the red team will eventually invade us. It doesn't matter when, but they will invade us eventually because of our religious differences. Look what they're doing over in Germany. They're probably going to invade the Germanics. So, why not we get to jump on them? Pretty simple idea. And I also have a way we can get Germany involved in the war too. How can we do that, sir? Well, pretty simple. As far as I believe, in my studies are correct, all we have to do is start winning the war a little bit. Just that? How will that work? Simple. The Germanics will realize that this is their best bet at fighting back against the red team, so they'll join. That's actually wait a minute. Are you taking advantage of the situation in Western Poland to have an excuse to declare war? Well, you would have. I would not. Do you seriously think of me that badly? No, most kings actually, or leaders per se, would have. Well, as the Pope and King of this country, I think it's the right thing to do to protect the blue religion and the red religion. Do you understand how absurd this is? That's just using your position to have an excuse to expand your kingdom. What type of person are you? I'm the type of person to take advantage of a good situation. You really are a sick man. I know I'm a sick man. I've had the flu for the 2 weeks. Now leave. Okay. But just let you know, what you're doing is wrong. Incredibly wrong. And I don't think I'll ever be forgiven. And if you lose this war, you better pray to God that there's some distant land you can hide to. Hello everyone, this is the Patriotic Canadian, and today we're going to continue to take a look at a scenario where civilization started over. In the last episode, we saw eastern lands were conquered by the Russians before Crimea broke away. And we also see a conference was treaty thingy was held over here to divide this land. We saw a bit more expansion over here Denmark only expanded to the island of Copenhagen. And these two islands, which very unimpressive. Denmark, Germany expanded, and this, my mortal nightmare, formed. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. We're trying to reach the 30 subscribers by the end of the summer. By my summer ends at the end. For me, it ends on the 8th. That's when I go back to school. Because I'm Canadian. Yeah. So before we continue, I'd like to say I've updated a lot of layers. The religion layer I have updated. What ethnic layer? Updated. There are now this ethnicity, and the ethnic borders will change just a bit. What else? This province layer, important for this video. I probably could have made this country have a province right here, But you know what? It's fine. They're singular provinces. I add an ideology layer, and I'll go through and explain this all. Major cities and capitals. I just realized I forgot about Denmark when it comes to major cities. Give me one moment, and that moment is done. Wait, yeah. Yeah, we also see power rankings. Number 1's the red team, number 2 is Germany, number 3 blue team, number 4 Russia, 5 Poland. So, let's just go over the ideology layer first before we get into anything else. How does the ideology work? So, at this point, if you watched What If Civilization Started Over before, you should understand the basic ideologies. Dark purple, that is an absolute monarchy. The monarch family has full control. Lime, that's an oligarchy. That means a group of people are controlling the country. Yellow, that's a theocratic state. The theocratic government is the government is very religious based. And the the red team and blue team are both very theocratic, although the blue team is actually mixed with a monarchy, because remember, their leader is the Pope of the country. Oh, what else? Give me 1 second. I actually want to make this look like this, kind of. I think it looks better. Yeah, there. I like that more. No, I like this more. Actually, I like it just more straight on. Yeah, I like that more. A dictatorship is dark gray. That means it's ruled by a single man. And that's it. As far as I know. I don't see any other ideologies that I put down. So, let's start off. Well, we're not going to start the crusade. No. That'd just be dumb. Let's actually start with some exploration over here near France. See, these French states aren't very strong. Although there's an ethnic group down here in the south. Give me 1 moment. This layer. No, it's the other layer. This layer. It has an ethnic group down here, which I'm going to call Aquitaine. And while they want to be formed up, and they want to be like a great power. They want to, become a great power. So that's when we see their ethnic group will explore all throughout here, meeting up with the Alps and the Pyrenees. We also see more exploration will occur throughout here, exploring about all this. As we see, Aquitaine will be forming up a country. It's like a greenish kind of color. Aquitaine is a very powerful, it's a grand duchy. And now thinking about it, I should actually go to the, ideology layer and make grand duchies. I'll do that after this episode, but they would be a grand duchy if they were they have duchies and grand duchies. The grand duchies so far are Aquitaine, this country, and that's really it. You guys control the south, so they control this, and they control the north. Excuse me again. Sorry, I said Burger King. I think my cat got into my room. I'll post a community post of my cat actually after I'm done recording, because I love my baby girls. Anyways, we actually see the Germans will be expanding into here. Oh, hi. It's pointing for pencil. But yeah, we see they just expand to here, kind of, although they are facing some issues down here in the south. They don't really want to expand much farther. As we see, a South French country will be forming up. I'm not using that color. I'm going to use this color. This, you might be wondering, what is this color? Why do I have it? You'll see later on. I'm not forming any other duchies right now. I am too tired. Not tired, just don't want to do it. We see the red team will actually be establishing a border with the Germanics. Which, the red team was actually, tribes people. Well, like, they were even ethnically cleansing tribe people, which is insane. I want to fix this border up real quick. Like that. As we see, Poland will expand a good amount now. We haven't really focused on Poland very much, but the countries, I think that this is all they explored. They have explored greatly throughout all of Southern Europe, actually. Surprisingly, for like all these European countries, or like Eastern European countries, like are shocked on how much they've explored. Okay, I might have to start my cat. She's playing with a pencil, and it's getting really annoying, but it's fine. We see they explored about all of this land. Yeah, that's a lot. Well, they also realized now, oh yeah, the Russians, they also explored a lot of land. See, the main information of the world are like held in the capital of the red team, meaning some things they might get wrong. Like, for example, up here, they actually explored a good amount through this coastline. And the blue team did also have a bit more explored up here in the north. So practically what they're saying is their maps are very, very inaccurate. Especially inaccurate because the red team leader, not like this is right before the war started, wants to build a city on the coast to have better trading with Denmark. He wants to build it. Like a bit after, like he knows the war is coming, but it hasn't been fully declared yet. So he wants to build a port city, but right here. So the map says the coast is about here, so they build the city here. And then they find the water's out this way, and they're really annoyed, but they had to deal with it. So I'm going to give these two countries capitals because last episode, I may or may not have not given any of the duchies capitals, which, I'm sorry, my bad. I kind of forgot. But, there's also the Grand Duchy. Only Grand Duchies are awarded capitals, except for this country, which is kind of like, it's like, no, screw you. We're kind of like a Grand Duchy. And Brittany's not even a duchy at this point. They're just that strong. So, we have been doing enough not war stuff. We need death, violence. So, let's get this war started. Oh no, but yeah, so how do I explain this? This war is going to be one of the deadliest wars in early history, which will be considered, actually, early history in this world will be considered between, well, the year civilization formed, about 360 BC to maybe to about 50 BC or something like that. That's like known as the Age of Wars, kind of. So we see the blue team. By the way, if you haven't seen the cinematic at the start of the episode, how dare you skip past the starting of the episode? How dare you? You disgust me. At this very point in time, though, which is even funnier, I haven't recorded the cinematic yet. You heard me right. I have not recorded the cinematic yet. Get all your laughs out on me now. Yes, I know. Well, I have the script done for the cinematic, but I just don't have, recording for it done. So, we see the red team will actually be declaring this war against the blue team because, the blue team leader is an absolute genius and correctly predicted that the red team would start this war because of their theocratic government. So they would invade this town, a very small amount of land, and there's not much else they can do. The red team navy, the best navy in the world probably goes like Denmark, honestly, because like their navy is actually pretty good. But anyways, I know we just started the recording, but I like water. I did not just struggle for water bottle. You struggled for water bottle? First of many water breaks. I'll be honest, I'm going to take a lot because it's going to be a lot of talking this episode. So, we see not much will really be happening. Up until the blue team will invent a new type of weapon, the catapult. And what this will do to the red team is, see, this river isn't too thick in this world. It's not the thickest, but yet it's still pretty thick. You know, it's hard to cross. That's why they've not been making any advancements into the blue team. Well, some scientists, like just smart, big brain people over here from this city, which I want to call it like St. Petersburg or whatever. Yeah, I guess I'll call it St. Petersburg for right now. But you know what? You guys in the comments, you will name this city whatever you want. As long as it's not something bad, I will name it that. And that'll be the name of the series. Not series, oh my god. City. But what we see, this will absolutely destroy the red team defenses. Like, they obviously aren't going to make it, you know, like a full crisscross. No, that's just going to cause the red team to flee from here, from the river. And they even flee from here, as the local population will make a very small offensive. And that's when all the boats will cross across into the red team. And that's about wraps for the red team up here in the north. The catapults are so deadly right now. Like, you don't understand how much damage it did to the red team. The red team government will, like, struggle to replicate it. But by the time they reach this river, they have no idea what it is. So they just set up a defensive line following the river. And right here, they just put a ton of troops. So they practically just forget about all this northern land, which I don't know if that's a smart thing or the dumb thing. Probably a mix of both. But it's not going very good because riots are now breaking out all throughout here. And, yeah, not good. It's really bad, actually. We see that this old land will be conquered by the blue team, and it's only a matter of time till here will collapse, and the catapults will start bombarding the capital. So they'll go to any other country to help them. They go to Russia, saying they'll give them so much land. It's absolutely absurd. They were willing to give all of this land to Russia, even that city. I know it's not highlighted. And the Russian government does not like the red team very much. Honestly, they kind of think the red team is stupid. So they're like, no. They go to Germany. Germany just responds by invading. Yeah, that's their response. They invade the red team because of what they did. Now, is this war becoming very anticlimactic? Yes. Will it get more anticlimactic? Definitely not. Totally not. Right? Yeah. But yeah, this is going really bad. As the king of the red team, we'll be like, okay, this is not good. We gotta do something fast. So he will make a large army. He will tell about 25% of the army to go deal with the Germanics. They honestly could care less. All they gotta do is move out and capture like a few major towns. Like, you gotta capture these 2 cities, and then they would go to here. They'd push out, encircle this group, get the catapults, move back up to the river, and then use the catapults against the blue team, and then invade them and conquer them and win this war. So that's what they do. They decide to spearhead straight through here. Not the brightest of ideas, but you know what? You go. As they absolutely demolish the military up to the Elba River. As here's the problem, they need to move south of the Elba River, and there is no way they can do that. So they decide they're just gonna move through the this region, the Elba River, actually capturing this city, which is very, very important. And these troops, well, they're encircled, and well, let's just say about a couple hundred families will be losing their dads. But yeah, these troops all down here are risking encirclement, so, they kind of forced to flee because they have to, get across the river, which would be a very daunting task, because they would be moving down south, and they're barely able to get across without the red team capturing these troops. As they hold a defense here, as they go to Denmark and promise them a ton of northern land, but they go, no, we don't really feel like getting involved in a war that we know we would eventually you will lose. And they're like, what did you just say about us? And they're like, oh, totally, no, nothing. I want you to actually have all this land. And they're like, never say that about us again. They took back they ate their own words very quickly. But yeah, we see the red team. Well, the rest 75%, while this was going on, would move over here. And that's when they try to attack, but the catapults are just too strong, destroying 10% of the army. And now this just peeves the leader. So what he will do is he will make a a navy. Not the strongest navy, no. But he will actually, what he will do is go to the king of Denmark and go, they teach us how to make a navy and stuff like that, or else you die. And they're like, geez Louise, but okay, we'll teach you. They teach the red team how to make a navy. They teach them, oh, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So, they're like, okay, yeah, okay, thanks. You're lucky we don't kill you, although they keep a few hostage, just to intimidate them. And they use this navy. Well, first off, they make an offensive over here just to, distract the blue team military as they make a landing right over here. Now, this absolutely petrifies the blue team as they didn't put anything on the coast because they thought the red team is incapable of making a naval invasion. Excuse me. So when they lose all of this land, the red team is just, not red team, blue team, they lost so many catapults and the red team plan is working as they eventually capture up to here. And, well, it's not going very good. As if we actually look on the religion layer, which is right here, we see there is a large amount of red team population within the blue team. You see where this is going. The red team will then spark a revolution within the blue team of all the populace over here, mainly around here, near the city, just everywhere really. And, yeah, this is not good. All of here will fall as they end up having to make a defensive line about this kind of. Now this is when the blue team thinks, okay, we are gonna lose, we might as well surrender. But then the king will say this. He will say, no, we will not be surrendering. If we surrender, the entire world will go to the red team. We must at least give up a fight. And that's what they'll be doing. He will hold a speech in the capital, and that will motivate 40% of the eligible military men in the blue team capital to sign up. And that's only in the capital. The entire country, about another 60% of the eligible military men are allowed to join the military. And that's another few thousand people. So, that just the red team just gets absolutely destroyed here in the blue team. Well, over here in Germany, they're getting even worse. The the Netherlands kind of be like rebelling because they're like, yo, we don't kind of like how you're occupying these lands. So we're gonna kick you out, and they're like, fine, we don't really care too much. But we, like, the only thing you ask is like, you don't support the red team. We'll give you independence, a little bit more land. Like, and that's when, see, they decided they're gonna try to cross the Elbe at the city. Stupid move. The red team army will quickly actually be able to push across the river, causing a mass migration of troops from here, over here, here, which is placed here if the red team were to cross near the capital. It was here, meaning they had to move down south, which did work. Yes, they were able to push them back here, but now the red team knows there's no military to stop them besides the local garrison of the capital, so they just swiftly take it. Just like that, the Germanics have lost their capital, and they don't know what to do. They're freaking. The Germanic people are freaking out, and the leader just tried a desperate attempt at making a speech to motivate his people to join the military, but it will not work because Germany will end up losing everything or surrender. And that's really bad, because that means a huge army is pushing towards the blue team. So the blue team must capture the capital of the red team before this army arrives. So that's what they'll do. They push out, and they begin invading. As they make a swift offensive towards the river and towards here. Practically, they encircle a ton of all these troops here in the north. They capture them all, and the red team tries to use the fortifications here, but at this point, this war's been going on for maybe 3-4 years-ish. So the fortification is really crappy, so they're able to just bypass it as they get to here. Now it's a clean shot to the capital as they start marching. Now the red team has a bit more brains, so knows that, they shouldn't move military from up here to deal with down here. What they instead do is move military from over here to over here, which is a smart idea-ish. See, the reason why that military is there because this land is, very rebellious due to the ethnic religious cleansing. So we see a country will be rebelling. Lands will be rebelling. And this is about the end of the red team over here. Shortly afterwards, Germany, they've been gone for maybe a few moments, but they're back. And they quickly take over this rebellion. Not in the sense of, they invade it. The rebellion actually says, hey, we're joining you, deal with it. And they're oh, okay, sure. As they begin to push out here in northern Poland, while this rebellion actually need to restore their borders. It was that kind of. I know it sucks, but deal with it. Just deal with it. Just suck it. I'll stop. But, yeah. This is what it looks like. Oh, no. Oh. Good. That's fine. What we see about all this, and that military is right now right in this city, and they're well, why do we fight? Let's just form our own country then. And that's what they do. Over here in this city, they just rebel, and the government's just please you do not understand the consequences. So because at this point, remember that one guy from the cinematic who was interesting. He actually was okay, yeah, this is bad. We cannot let the leader do this. So he told the king of the red team, not the leader of the red team, what he's doing, and they're oh, okay. And they don't really tell anyone because that man will be killed immediately, and they don't really want that to happen. But at this point, he will okay, yeah, if we lose this war, the blue team will conquer the whole world practically. There's nothing holding them back. And this will, like, shock a lot of the world, as the crusade will be, like, put into question. Like, is it actually a crusade, or is this, like, an attempt just to gain power? But, the king of the blue team will come out and say, that's a lie. Like, they're lying for, so that way the red team could still win. So we see the capital capture, and that man who told the red team will be killed right in front of a crowd of 3,000 people in the blue team, and they will all cheer for him. Although a major group will be like, this ain't right, we gotta find out what's going on, really. So, interesting war. Let's actually take a look at this peace treaty. And mind you, we still have more stuff I want to do after this. This ain't the whole episode. Well, a good chunk of the episode, but there's still going to be more stuff to do, like Eastern European stuff, and maybe some stuff over here near the Balkans. Let's take a look at this peace treaty. In this peace treaty, I should probably move on a little bit. We will actually see, this one will be done. I highlighted a lighter color, so you can see how much land will be taken. I'm going to move the strength up of the bucket of this. Also, I'd like to say hi to the premiere chat. Hi. This is for all the people who've seen the premiere. You will get a special ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga water. Everyone who's watching after the premiere, how dare you not come watch the premiere? I know where you live. I don't know what I'm doing, man. But yeah, let's take a look at this peace treaty. So we see at the first part of this peace treaty, and in this first part of the peace treaty, we see the blue team be annexing all of this land to Russia. What? Oh, no, we need the view. No. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's that? Nope. This? Okay, so I have no idea what's going on here, but, maybe I've been going to 15. There we go. So we see the blue team will be annexing all of this land, and it's now very, very scary. We see the actually. We see Germany will be annexing all of this land. Would have been a lot simpler if the bucket decided to work with me. As we see, this orange country will also form up and exist now too. And now the war's over. Yippee! Peace across Europe. Yippee! Oh yeah, I did fix the ideology layers. These are all now duchies. It's only one grand duchy, but I'll fix the ideology layer after the war. So there's one capital we have to give. This country stemmed from this city, so this will be their capital. Yippee! More water! Yum yum in my tum tum. Wow, that's a good war. Very, very anticlimactic, but I care. No. But we see the blue team expanded greatly. Germany expanded greatly. And the, Denmark, the Danish, they don't lose any land or any manpowers. And, like, very few people. They lose maybe one person because the red team was holding them hostage and they were, they may have died due to starvation. They lost one person, but they gained a crap ton of money. So, worth it. Probably not for that family who, Probably not for the family that lost their person. Must be very depressing. Moment of silence for random naval dude from Denmark. No more moments of silence. We must get back to maps. Kiev. What more can I say about Ukraine? Kiev, what do you want to call them? They expand more to the Kiev region. Now, I don't know if the capital is actually in Kiev, so whether it is or not, I'll move it to Kiev. Deal with it. I'll obviously still keep it a major city, but, between, all of us, it'll be a part of interesting lore of the series that Kiev's capital, or Ukraine's capital, is actually more north, originally. So, turn on the opacity. Goes, in the center, so all I gotta do is, all I gotta do is that. So, yeah. That's all we gotta do. So now Kiev's capital is actually in Kiev. You're not realizing it. This is more like Belarus. Yeah, this is more like Belarus, actually, now thinking about it. This isn't Russia. This is Belarus. I've lied to you all. It's all part of my evil plan to make you think Russia Belarus was actually Russia. New thing noted. Do not never be like that again, Kate. Canadian. Yeah, we actually see that all this will be claimed. We see that the Russians actually expand up here in the north. And, yeah, it's this. Yeah, they claim this. Sorry, my throat still hurts. You know what will fix it? More water. Water. But, yeah, we see actually, they'll make a treaty practically saying, because, they don't want to get into war over unclaimed land. So, see this river here? This will be their border. They'll follow this river until the end, and then from there, they'll make their own, and then from there, they'll make their own border. So, we see the Russians are allowed to claim about, all this. And that's what they do. As they claim, Russia claims about Russia, about this, as well, Ukraine will be expanding down south greatly. Actually, taking about here, and then meeting up with the Russian border. Now, did Ukraine get scammed? Absolutely yes. Do they care? No, because they have a plan. See, they want to make the Russian think, we can easily dominate over all of Ukraine. When in reality, it's actually the other way around, because Ukraine is much more technologically advanced. My bad. We see actually a new country will be forming down here in Romania. A Romanian country will be forming up. Well, Armenian country will form up in Romania. Great English, Canadian. Great English. I really need to learn a new language. I'll start speaking Irish. Yes, I'll speak Irish. No, I can't actually. No, I'll learn Newfoundlander. It's a lot closer to home. Well, either way, it's still pretty far, but it's still closer than Ireland. So we see about this will be claimed by the Romanian country. Poland will be like, okay, well, so let's meet up because, these two lands are fairly close. And they kind of want to meet up. Why? Because I think Romania has very much potential to become a great ally, as Ukraine will be annexing all here. Oh, my throat still hurts. Can't be doing that. As we see, we're kind of just gonna be cleaning up over here in Europe. So Germany, expanding greatly actually over here. And I'm not forming any duchies. Well, I really don't want to. But I'm going to form a few. Because I'm going to be talking the whole time, and well, it's going to be only a few. You guys have to sit and through it and deal with it. Mwahahaha. I'm not doing the laugh. I hate this. Just these two duchies will be forming up, although in the Rhineland will actually be annexed by Germany, Northern Rhineland, which is, built. Netherlands gained independence. My bad, guys. And girls, my bad. I kind of glazed over that, my bad. But yeah, final event. We see Denmark make a colony over here in Sweden. Why? Because they think Sweden has great potential. As we see the final event, final two events will be discovered around here. I know I keep saying final event, but that just proves I'm a liar. Because we see a Norwegian country will be forming up. And, I want to go around and out capitals and some more major cities in all this new land. So, let's do that. I'm not going to cut because I actually want to talk. I know, I'm talking. What a surprise. But, yeah, let's talk as I add these cities. So, start off. Wow. I gained like 4 subscribers from this whole Wixo thing, which I absolutely love. Second off, that guy who commented, thank you. That was really nice, thank you. And I got the comments fixed. Let's go. Also, by the time I'm posting this, I still haven't finished. I don't have the cinematic done. Honestly, I know what's going on. I actually made a community post about this around the same time I actually started recording. I'm also gonna make a community post for my cat, my little baby girl's Evie. Please do not say anything rude to her. She's my precious little girl. So you'll hurt her feelings. And if you do that, I know where you live. Just remember. But, yeah. This is what we're going to see happening. And I'm actually going to shift how we do this layer. Because, I enjoy doing this like this. But, no. It'd just be too much. And you also see I suck at spelling. So we'll just do it over top of the countries like modern Wixo does it. Back in my day, we did it over the Atlantic Ocean or the Indian Ocean around here. But it was only top 5. Y'all remember. But number 1 is easily the blue team. They've had a huge skyrocket in power, with number 2 falling to Germany, not too far behind. Number 3 will go to Poland with the rapid rise, with number 4 going over to Russia. 5 will go to Kiev. 6 will go to Denmark. 7 will go to the red team. 8 will go to the orange team. This, I hate. 9 will go to Brittany. As number 10 falls to Aquitaine. I actually want to shift it around. 9 goes to this Romanian country. So that means 10 goes to Brittany. So, yeah, that's the top 10. 3rd episode. What'd you think? Good? Bad? mentally insane. But yeah, seriously though, thank you all so much for watching. This episode is gonna be so much less editing. What you must understand is, last episode was so much editing. I had to go back so many different times for editing, and it was just so much. So this episode is, thank God, going to be so much easier. I only have to clip together 3 parts, will be relatively easy. Thank you so much for watching. I need to drink more water. I have been the Patriotic Canadian, and I will see you all in the live chat on Friday, which I think it should be premiering on Friday. If not, I'm incredibly sorry. Or the next time I post a video, which probably be Sunday, around then. But anyways, I might actually premiere it early on Thursday if I get the voice lines done by Wednesday. I might premiere it on Thursday if I get the voice lines done by Wednesday. So we'll see. My voice actor is the people I trapped in the basement. You know, there's quite a few of them stuck down there. I mean, how else do I edit my videos? How else do I get on my voice acting and my ideas and my scripts? Don't look into my basement, please. The place is very, very bad. I have been the Patriotic Canadian, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.